thank you. Okay, so thumbs up, thumbs down, all those kind of jazz I would need. I need a lot of energy. Yes, I have muted you guys because every time somebody joins in, it's like recording in progress and it's like so distracting. Got it? So anyone who's joining newly, please chat where you're from. I live in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. And if you're in Georgia, we can meet up on May 6th. I'm going to be there. My older son's graduating. So let's get started. If you don't remember where you are in the focus group for research. Research is my most passionate topic. I mean, I was just reminiscing that I just started the research program. And I mean, it all started, I'm going to tell my story shortly, but research is one of my passion projects, absolutely. And it all started with my older son, where I'm going to tell you all the stories and how I got to it. Okay, so who here is excited? I need a thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up, energy. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, I have a lot of slides. My husband keeps telling me, why do you have like 60 slides? I'm like, how can you explain anything in like 2 slides, right? So please, I don't want to scare you, but you're going to have a lot of information. My job is to educate you, and I can't educate you with 2 slides. So bear with me. Any questions, please type away. I'm going to have a longer Q&A session. So all your questions will be answered. There's nothing called as a silly question. If you're embarrassed, you can rename yourself. So that's what it is. Okay. So you are in the focus group for research. And guess what? Research gives everybody a head start in life. I myself, I'm doing research under 𝐷𝐞𝐿. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. It's on performance of teens. I'm so enthralled, and I want to learn what teens, how to make their performance enhanced and how to make them most productive. So I'm constantly on the lookout for newer techniques and tools and strategies. Okay, so that is my passion. A bit about me: I'm an immigrant. I studied in India. Right, I was frustrated with the lack of clarity in the college admission process. Right, I was just too frustrated when my older son went through it, and I made it my mission to demystify the college process. So anywhere you see in my Facebook group or any of my posts, I am going to share a lot of content, a lot of educational content. Please share it with the world, and that's what we are here for. Okay, and basically about myself and my family, I graduated from REC Calicut, which is like NIT Calicut now. They keep changing, NIT Kozhikode. I was like top of the class and everything. My husband graduated from Harvard. My older son is going to graduate from Georgia Tech on May 6th. My younger son is in 10th grade. And I just quit my job after 20 years being there to follow my passion. Teens are my passion. Demystifying the whole process is my passion. Even in the corporate world, my job was to break down complex concepts into simplifiable, implementable tasks. So that's what I tend to do with any of my programs. Okay, and my certifications. Basically, I started off as a Tony Robbins life coach. His success mindset and everything resonated with me, so I'm certified in his coaching methodology. Then I'm a positive psychology coach. I started coaching ADHD kids because I'm a bit neurodiverse as well. I'm extremely hyper. I do have anxiety issues and everything, extremely hyper. And in my DISC assessment, I'm a very high D and an I. I really resonate well with teens because I connect with them somehow. And whatever you invest in them, you see the results, and it's like beautiful. They are like fertile soil. So I love working with teens, and I'm trained under 𝐷𝐿. I'm an executive functioning skills coach, which is the prefrontal cortex of the brain. So I use her methodology, study skills, and all her kinds of techniques that she uses. Any problem that I have, I go to Peg, and she will always have answers with me. I'm also a meditation instructor. I've taken on pranic healing now. It's really, really helped me with my anxiety. And also I get too hyper. Yeah, I'm a college counselor. I did my college counseling course from UC Berkeley. I was trained under Evelyn Alexander. She's one of the leading college planners in the United States. And now students who go through the UC Berkeley, they come back to like shadow me because they have a practicum section in their counseling. So sometimes they come and shadow my counseling classes as well. Okay. So let's get to the main part of this presentation. Like I mentioned, research is my passion. And also being a college counselor, I have to do a lot of college visits, right? So college visits means not just visiting the campus, but I also have opportunities to speak with the admission officers. So what's the one question that I ask? Hey, what is your selection criteria? And it always comes up with passion project, research, then of course the community service, right? And when I dig deeper and I ask them, hey, why is it that colleges care about research? And they say that that's one single most thing that shows the colleges that a student is a deep learner. The student took time to like understand a concept deeply and become a subject matter expert. And that to them shows that the student has the drive and the intellectual curiosity, right? So that's how I started building my program and everything, and I'm go about it, okay? Okay, so I just want to tell you, you are in the right place if you are invested in your child's success, right? I have all the resources and all the kind of knowledge, right? But that's only good if it's not enough if you gather all the knowledge, be an expert at it, and not have your child implement it, right? So that is the thing. You can be a PhD in this topic, but ultimately success is achieved when your child owns the journey and commits to it, right? So that is why I'm here for. And my program that I create is extremely innovative and interesting, right? It's always goal-oriented and result-oriented. So I'm always looking for success-minded parents like me. And you've got to be unapologetically ambitious for your child, right? So if you're any of them, you're in the right place. And Coach Joe will take care of you, and I'll share with you all the best information that I have, okay? And the topics that I'm going to cover today, number one, I'm going to talk about the research success. Number two, I'm going to go over how to conduct research, then the various research programs that I'm creating, benefits of research, the details of the program, pricing, what all bonuses are there. I'm going to have an elongated Q&A. So whatever questions you have, please chat them if in case you're going to forget, or you can keep them till the end. Either way it works, I'll address them. Okay, this focus group is not for you if you're searching for shortcuts. Unfortunately, research is not something that can be done overnight. Okay, it's like you get very impatient. Oh, how much is the time commitment for this? Okay, if you think you can quantify, then this is not the place. Research takes immense amount of time, hard work, energy. Okay, it's a lot of energy. And I tell my students, I mean, I call them my kids, it's like be an Alice in Wonderland. The time that you get confused and frustrated about something is when you are in the right place, when you are making progress. So yes, like quality over quantity or anything, right? Like if you have the energy, if your child has the drive and commitment, I'm here for you. Got it? So that's what I'm here for. No shortcuts, guys. And also, this is the reality of a research publication. This is what Dr. 𝐆𝐤𝐼𝐻, our wonderful research expert who runs a biomed course, he showed me. Joe, this is how it is. Like, you see Prince Charles, how many years he had to wait to become a king? I'm just kidding. It's not going to be that long, but it's a whole process of submitting. But after that, the publication takes a bit of a time. Got it? So to stick around till the end, I have like wonderful bonuses. You're going to get a list of places that your child can publish the research paper. If you come into my program, I will be guiding them through various things. And also you're going to get exposed to case study, precisely 4 case studies, which my students who went through my program, who successfully published their research paper. I have case studies for them. So you are going to get these 2 if you stick around till the end. Okay, so let's get started. Research success. So I just want to share with you to start off with how this research program has contributed to my students' success. Over 200 students have gone through the program. I have been running this for the past 3 years, right? I started off very, very small with like just 10 students, and now year and year again, I see so many students going through my program, and it's so wonderful. Got it? And here are the colleges that they've gotten accepted to. Fairly recently, my student got into Stanford. She did a research AI and biomed, used that research to get into MIT's biomed program. And after that, she got into Stanford. And then Johns Hopkins, full ride. Cornell University, Kelvin got into Cornell. He was my student. Then there's Carnegie Mellon. Sahasra got into Carnegie Mellon. She was my student. UC Berkeley, my wonderful student, Sanjit wrote a wonderful research paper on, I forget his topic, was it heart condition, cardiology or something? Vanderbilt, Saket got into Vanderbilt, he's from Atlanta. All these schools, and they've come and told me that research was one thing that really helped them with their profile. Case Western, be it UNC Chapel Hill. I mean, there's so many schools. I just picked up a few, okay? And St. Louis University, my student who got into the BSMD program, he did research with us as well. Augusta 3+4 program, she was my counseling student as well. Okay, so I just want to give you a backstory because it's in my heart. It's emotional for me as to why I started it. I started this program from scratch. Okay, I started because I failed. I mean, we failed. This is my son. When he was 15, he was in the AP capstone diploma program in school where he did AP seminar and AP research. This kid was so into cryptocurrency. I mean, he was passionate about it. This crazy kid got a cryptocurrency like that, what he called the ATM machine from Russia. He spray painted it orange, and he wanted to have Bitcoin ATM machines in all the malls and everything. He was so passionate about the whole technology. But guess what? He couldn't publish a research paper because we couldn't find a program or any mentor to help him publish the paper. And that's when I realized that you need an expert. Okay, if you just write a research paper without an expert, it's a blog. Got it? You need to have worked with an expert in that area, preferably a professor who guides you into writing a research paper and then publishing it in different places. We don't know the process, and I felt like I failed, right? So I was obsessed with finding a solution. And again, I did my research, and I couldn't find a professor, so I approached my cousin. She is a department head in Wright State University in Ohio. I begged her, hey, you know what? Get me this program. Just get me started on this program. And she created the complete framework about scientific inquiry, how to do data analysis. And she ran the first program. Got it? And I had like 10 or 12 students, but that experience was mind-blowing. The very first few kids who wrote the research paper, they did a phenomenal job. But my cousin pleaded with me, and she said, no, I have to go focus on the grants and research that I've got. So she couldn't be part of the program. And I found a wonderful mentor called Dr. 𝐅𝐨𝐜𝐿. I mean, he was like God sent, right? So after he came in, we started with a biomed research program, which we've been doing it for 3 years. He's simply an amazing, amazing, amazing mentor. And guess what? My son did research under him as well. He wrote Python program and everything to predict AI and all that, to predict melanoma or that brain disease and everything, where you check the tumor and you do an analysis whether the patient needs biopsy or not. So that triggered him to go into the pharmaceutical field. So at the moment, he's working in Moderna, and he knows Python so well that he's so sought after within that company. And he's going to do research as part of his master's, where 50% of the time he can do statistical biology or something. He's going to continue doing that in Moderna. So that is how transformational or how important research can be in a student's life. It's certainly transformed my students and my son himself, right? And I have Dr. Raj to thank for. Okay, then here are a few research papers that have already been published. I'm not going to go through that. So what happens is when your research gets published, you get a DOI link. Okay, DOI link, which you can put it in your resume. Got it? That resume, you can submit it to college applications and all. There are many more that have gotten submitted. Have gotten approved, but these are the ones that I've picked so far. Wonderful kids. I mean, Sanjana, she did research on this particular drug. Is it a miracle drug or not? It was Alzheimer's. I mean, can you imagine high school students doing that? I was just mind blown by it. And I just wanted to share with you the list of, I mean, it's a complete list. It's right here. These are some of the research papers that have already gotten approved. They just need to be published. So the list goes on and on and on. Okay, so my fascination for research, I mean, I made it like an obsession or a fascination because I see the results. I see the children blossoming. Okay, they come to me as a cocoon. It's like, oh, they want to hide under the table. They don't know much about it. But as the course progresses, they learn so much, right? And the way our research program is structured is it's immersion. It's kind of, you learn a lot in a short amount of time, and you've got to flex your brain. Got it? So that rigor, the structure, the results-driven process that we have really, really helps students reach that finish line of finishing that research paper, writing the paper, and preparing it to publish. Got it? So that is why I just love it. Tomorrow I have my final presentation for a spring, for my spring season. I have 3 sessions, and I just don't need to do anything. I just need to show up, and I'm going to be blown away with the amount of information and knowledge I'm going to get from these high school kids. I mean, it's phenomenal. Okay, so, okay. Back to our presentation, a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind is stop doing this analysis paralysis. I do that as well, and embrace our proven formula. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. Okay, so how to conduct research. I'm just going to give you an overview about our methodology and how we follow in like getting to the finish line, but I'll go in greater detail. Okay. So basically, I'm going to teach you how to write a research paper in 5 steps. Okay, this is much more elaborate in the way I conduct the program, but I've sort of streamlined this whole process and the structure that has worked very well with my students. Number 1 is identifying a problem or a research topic. Okay, so it doesn't matter. A lot of parents ask me if they need to have a topic in mind. We help them, Dr. Raj, and I have 4 research programs this year, and I'm going to show you that we help students pick a research topic. And also I tell them it's okay not to zero down on a topic. Pick the area, okay, so that then like be more specific and then pick your research topic. And we also encourage them to change their research topic because they're learning, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is preliminary research with expert guidance. That's what we provide. That's where these professors and experts come. Okay, they are not like like average PhD candidates or students. They are professors. Okay, and one of the new professor, he's from Indian Institute of Science. I mean, that's like the MIT of India and beyond. He's from there. I mean, they're so much expert and wonderful in their field that we get, like at Gifted Gabber, I had to beg tutors to come and help students, right? And creating into a program and everything that's digestible by high school students. So number 2 is doing research under the guidance. Number 3 is developing a hypothesis. So they start with the research. They don't know what they're going to find, but they're going to hypothesize or assume something. That's what I tell my students. You assume something, then you do research to prove whether your assumption is right or wrong. I mean, that's what it is. So developing a hypothesis. And 4th is they write the research paper. I teach them how to write the body paragraph as well. That is the level of detail that we go into. So we've split responsibilities. They do research in the topic with the professor. And then they also come to me. We have classes where I teach them how to do the structured writing, right? They cannot write a 4,000 word document overnight, right? So we break it up. Every week they write a chunk. The first week they write the hypothesis, second week they write the introduction, third week they create an outline. Got it? And we introduce them to tools, right? We don't just copy and paste. We make them create their own diagrams using BioRed. We teach them how to use mind maps, right? So it's all about their thinking. If you just think that I'm going to deliver a research document that you're going to publish, you're wrong. It's a lot of things. Their thinking is going to be so deep. It's going to help them with their AP courses, their grades, and everything like discipline, concentration, and everything. Got it? We help them through writing that paper. We do multiple reviews. Then the professor checks that, the final draft and everything. And then I help them to submit in places that accept high school research papers. Got it? I know of places where I go about teaching them how to do that. And also the format in which they create the research paper, I give them as well, right? So there's a particular format, the kind of font, the heading, and everything that needs to be followed. So I help them with all of that. Okay. So I'm going to go into deeper details. First is like the idea that I told you about. Is there something that they're deeply passionate about? They read about something and they want to dig deep, they're welcome, right? Or else we help them in brainstorming that. That's like typically the first class of our research. Next, they work under the professor, of course, and the professor guides them into going to which journal, reliable sites, if it's the biomed, but if it's cryptocurrency, I'm going to tell you the different things. The expert is going to teach them cryptocurrency, how to look for all the data and everything. Then if it's like entrepreneurship research, which Dr. Harini is going to be leading, then she's going to teach them how to create a product concept, like do customer interviews, everything to come up, design thinking, everything she's going to teach. Or if it's like liberal arts, then there is a whole curriculum and formula that is. And that is what you get with that. A time with working under an expert guidance. And let me tell you, it looks phenomenal on the college profile when you put the professor's name on your extracurricular activity there. Okay. Thirdly, I told you about the hypothesis, which is their assumption. We teach them how to write a hypothesis. Everything is a template in my world. Like I mentioned, I break down the concept, the complicated concept into manageable parts, and everything is a template. The first week, they write the hypothesis actually, and then they do the introduction, then they write the body paragraph. Every word that is there has to have a meaning or a purpose, right? I teach them how to write the body paragraphs, then the conclusion, then the abstract, then drawing pictures and everything week by week, class by class. It's super structured. Okay, and then of course I jumped through this. They write the research paper, and then there's a final presentation or a thesis defense. So basically, if you're doing a PhD or some kind of research, you have to defend your thesis. That's when your thesis or your research gets approved. So they have to come and defend or give a final presentation on their research topic. And guess what my students have to do? Take that presentation. It's not like showing their whole research paper. It's a whole template that I show them. It's like 6 slides that they have to prepare with different ingredients and important things in it. They have to go back and present that with the counselor, and their teacher and their teachers. And guess how it helps them? It helps them with recommendations. Got it? Intellectual curiosity is one of the main components that a teacher looks while giving a recommendation. And this presentation is going to show them. And the counselor, right? So this is how we build a program. It's just not one purpose that we're trying to fulfill. It has to hit multiple notes. So that is the fourth step. And the fifth step is submitting for publishing, which is, it's very laborious. It takes time. We sort of help them. I help them. There are different journals that are there where they can submit it, like my students have submitted. So I teach them how to go about submitting it. And also, it's a peer review process. Publishing a paper means there is somebody else who's going to review your research paper. Multiple people, 4 or 5 people are going to look at your research, look at them critically, and then approve it. That whole approval process is extremely, extremely rigorous and complicated. And that is the reason why your research paper has to be deep. Okay, it has to have a lot of details. You cannot have fluff or use shortcut to do that. So we make sure that your research paper is ready to be accepted, right? And also we teach them how to respond. There are a lot of times when they ask for queries, right? Why is your research paper like this? How did you arrive at this data? For example, we teach them how to navigate through the whole process. Okay, so those are the 5 steps. Okay. Questions. Okay, please type them. Okay, so now I have a question for you. Thumbs up or thumbs down? How do you feel now about the research paper? Do you think that it's manageable? Show me some love. What are your thoughts about it? Do you feel like research is something that is doable, that is achievable? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So some answers, some love, please. Some love in the chat. Yeah. Great. Great. Absolutely. Let's get it going. Yes. Great. Great. Okay. Okay. So I told you about the program, how a research paper, the whole process works in 5 steps. Now I'm going to introduce you to the programs that we have created. Okay, so basically, we have this biomedical with Dr. 𝐉𝐸𝐿 𝐵𝐻. He teaches MD students in University of Central Florida. Okay, he's a vaccine specialist, a researcher and everything. Okay, that's one research program. If your child is aspiring to go to the pre-med STEM, then that's there. Then we have Sharda Prasad. He is a professor in Villanova. Of course, he graduated from Indian Institute of Science. He's a cybersecurity expert. So we are introducing this program with him. Then my best friend, Harini, she is a professor, a PhD, who works in the University of New York in Brooklyn. She runs an entrepreneurship program there in Brooklyn with the New York University. So she is going to lead this business program. Research in business. Okay, it's not just anything, it's research, and I'm going to tell you the details. Then I have a lot of requests that have come in, basically asking about non-STEM research, right? Your child wants to go to law or anything, like my own son. He wants to go into politics, so he's definitely going to be in this program, right? So we got a non-STEM subject matter expert. She's a professor. Again, it's going to be either gender inequality or social sciences. All of those kind of topics will fall under this. Okay, so these are the 4 research programs that I have. I'm going to go deeper into it. Now with Dr. Raj, he's an eminent researcher. He's published so many books, so many journals, and the student will be guided into writing a 4,000-word research paper. And majors are basically the pre-med track, the STEM related, if you're going there, because for the BSMD pre-med programs, research is #1 thing that they look at. And doing research under a professor is like a feather in your cap. Okay. Next, we have with cybersecurity. It's with Dr. Sharda Prasad. He's a professor in Villanova. Villanova. I live in Pennsylvania. Villanova, and he teaches cybersecurity there. He's done a lot of research. He's published a lot of journals. Oof, if you look at his resume, you'll be like so spellbound. So students who are aspiring to go into the computer science field or want to pick cybersecurity as a major, I had a student who got into cybersecurity in Virginia Tech. Okay, so it's like that. It looks exceptionally good and deep that you've gone into this topic and you've picked it. Okay, so colleges are not looking for a cure for cancer, but they're looking for intent. What did you do? Did you go learn something new and push yourself outside the comfort zone? That's what they're looking for, and that's what we offer here. And we bring the best passionate teachers in the world. Okay. So that's cybersecurity. Then we have research with Dr. Harini Mittal, right? So they're going to develop a product concept. When you join the waitlist, there are more details on that. It's all there. We will be creating more details about the lesson plan, the modules, everything. When we launch it, you'll get all the details. So basically, she's going to teach students into how to develop a product concepts, how to go and get customer reviews on that, right? How to write a concept, the design thinking process she's going to teach. And then the student will be offered a real internship with a real company, because that's how you go and apply your knowledge. And if you're applying for the business major, especially Ross Business School in �𝐈𝐿𝐼, they ask for a business plan. Got it? If you're putting a major, and you can't just say you did a business plan without having worked with a real business. And my students who apply for business majors in my counseling program, I place them in companies. I give them the business plan template, and I make them create it with the business owners, right? So this is something that you will get with this, because it's so important to apply your knowledge there. So who are the students who can join or who are interested? Ones that are going to apply for a business major, economics, finance, and everything, right? So you show that you worked with a professor and you show them what product that you created. You know, it's so important that you about research, that you will write about it in your supplemental essays that you submit to colleges. Then it is an extracurricular activity in the activities list. Got it? So that's how important research is. And the fourth one is with liberal arts with Dr. Jennifer. Okay, she's an amazing liberal arts and literature professor. So students can pick non-STEM related topics, and she's going to guide them, be it humanities, social sciences, and everything. And we will help them submit for publication. Okay, so these are the 4 programs. I'm just going to recap how the research is done. It's the same concept that we use for most of the research programs and creating the research paper. We have a specific template that has been very successful in getting accepted for publications, and that is what we will use throughout the research program. Okay, so now show me some love. I need to hear from you. Do you think that a structured program will help your children, right? Do you think that a structured program is the key to success in research? Please, I need to hear from you. What are your thoughts about it? Yeah, yes, I hear a lot of yes. Oh, so amazing, you guys. I had to drink a lot of coffee to stay awake, but you guys are doing awesome. And that's what I'm trying to bring here. You cannot just have a loose program and say you're going to achieve it. It needs to be tethered. And this generation, they are supremely intelligent, but what they lack is the attention span, the concentration. It's a very distracted generation, right? So how do you make them productive? By providing them a rock solid structure. Of course, they can bring in their flavor of it, but a structure is what is extremely important for them, right? You tell them that, hey, today I'm going to teach you about introduction, and the output is I need to see you submit the homework. I mean, I'm very strict. Got it? So they'll have a homework and they'll have to write that. introduction. So that is how we chunk it out. You get it? It's like a huge thing, a big rock. We've chunked it. So today you write introduction. After the next class you come, you start writing the body. And I tell them that it's not a complete document. You're going to have it in bits and pieces all over the place. Then you submit the initial draft. We will review it. The professor will tell them if they are in the right direction or not, right? And then they'll take the feedback, go back, do more research, and then write the final draft. We will approve that. So it's structured step by step that we go towards doing that. So it's not enough you just do research. You need to have a concrete paper that's published somewhere, that's out in the internet, the whole world, so that when they Google, they find you. And that's another thing that I provide is I will be, if you go to my website, along with publishing the research paper, my website is getting developed. You see that we will be uploading all the research paper online. Got it? And also the SEO and everything is going to help them. Like when they search Tarun Kakarla, they will come here, right? Or things like that, like SEO and everything, which is very, very important. So that is what we are trying to do here. Oh, where is my paper? Yeah, right. Oh, where am I? Yeah. So yes, it's not enough if they do research. We need a concrete results or a piece of literature work that is associated with their name. Got it? So that's another thing that I've realized is very, very important for them, right? So even if their paper is not published and they're waiting for it, they can copy that link and put it in their resume. And I've spoken to admissions officers. They do look at links and everything that you put in your resume or anywhere in your application. Got it? And they're going to open up and see, oh my God, this child has done research on this topic. They're going to see the comments. They're going to see the number of views, and they know that this child is legit. Got it? So, okay. So any questions so far? I hope I'm not going fast. I speak like really fast and I breeze through things, and I don't want to do that. So I just want to take a moment to catch my breath and ask you how you're doing. Okay. So next, I'm going to move on to the benefits of the research program, like real tangible benefits to the college application process. So all roads lead to college. Why college? Because once you go to a very good college, the opportunities open up for you, and then you become massively successful in life. So our end goal is for your child to be massively successful. Then we work backwards into seeing how we can make them successful. Getting into the best college like opens doors for you. And that I have seen with my own son who went to Georgia Tech. At the very second year, he landed an amazing internship. Then last year, he was in Amazon, and he's not even 19 and he gets paid 10 grand a month. I'm like, what? You're just not even out of the door and you're getting paid like 10,000, not $10 an hour. I'm sorry. That's how crazy it is going to a good school. He got into Moderna and he just loves it there. So it matters the kind of school that you get into, and this like really is one of the stepping stones for success. Okay, so benefits. Ooh, what are the benefits? Of course, it transforms, right? It's not enough if they're just like cramming through it. It helps them into deep learning. I read a book called Deep Work by 𝐼𝐸𝐿 Newport, right? I read it out to enhance my students, and he talks about how disciplined learning is the cornerstone of research, and that's something that's not taught in school, right? In school is just academics. I'm not blaming the system, but nobody has taught a child to study deeply or to concentrate or given them that strategies or techniques to do that. Right? You can't send them to school and say, hey, learn how to study, right? It has to be more practical. So when you take on research, there is no escaping concentration. There is no escaping deep learning. You cannot write fluff in your research paper. I will not allow that. Just kidding. But it forces them. They are very curious. The teens are very curious. They want to do good. Let me tell you something. Gen Z is naturally driven to succeed. It's just that they've not been provided those techniques or strategies, and that is why they are lost. Once you provide them with those tools, I've seen the transformation. I've just been blown away by all my students who come and produce results. Okay, so that's what this program will achieve. It will transform your child. Okay, and now I'm going to come to the tangible benefits. You might think I was speaking fluff when I say transform, right? So I'm going to tell you intangible steps how research is going to benefit. Number one, college applications. Absolutely, research is the number one sought after extracurricular activity. So you have 10 spaces in Common App to put your activities, and you can, research is a section in its own, and the students will put that they did research under the professor's name, right? It's not a Gifted Gabber program that you put, because you're going to put like you did research with the professor, and then you write the description about what you did. I wrote a 4,000-word document on African river blindness. I wrote a research paper on Alzheimer's or heart disease. I mean, the kind of topics my students come up with, it's mind-blowing. So I had Jimmy Kwan, who did research on how do hydrogels help with healing wounds. I'm like, really? Is that a thing? He's like, yes, Joe, I read somewhere. I want to do research. Then I had this girl who said, oh, I want to see if that germ-eating organisms can be used to cure cancer. I'm like, whoa. But then she had to change the topic because it was too radical and there wasn't much research done. And my student who got a lot of scholarships in Rensselaer Polytechnic and went into biotech, she did research on marine-derived medication, right? The kind of topics that they come up with, it's mind-blowing. And that's what the colleges are trying to look, right? What is it that you did? It's not like kids went and found a cure for it, but they showed curiosity to learn, right? Of course, research helps with deep learning. I've gone over that, concentration, critical thinking and problem solving, right? We are always trying to push them to take AP courses, honor courses, complicated courses, dual enrollment college courses. But you know what? All of them need that kind of rigor and that critical thinking and everything. Those skills are developed through research, right? Not anything else. They're trying to solve a problem, right? Research is about trying to solve a problem. They've stated a problem. Now they've written a hypothesis. Now they have to find whether their hypothesis is right or wrong. So that takes a deep level of knowledge learning. And of course, oh, did I tell you, my research paper won't get approved if there's no data or there's no graph. Got it? So I tell them they need to synthesize the data, right? They need to get the data first, which we will help them get it. And they need to like synthesize that data. Even if it's in an Excel spreadsheet, my research paper, I would not approve it if I don't see graphs or pictures. And that's the level of rigor that they're going to get. And of course, they become subject matter experts, right? So that's amazing. Okay, so yeah, if one thing you have to take away from this webinar or the time that you've been here is the formula that I've created, right? It's like so much amount of research has been done in the research program that I have made it down to a kind of a template or a place where they can come, follow the method and create a research paper and complete research, right? It's a proven strategy. I've shown you, there's no fluff here, the success strategies that are there, right? And being in this program is only going to lead to one thing, which is creating an amazing profile no college can refuse. Got it? So that's it. That's it. Time and again, I've seen my students go through the program and parents coming back and telling me that, hey, my student got full ride into Johns Hopkins thanks to your program, or they got into Georgia Tech or everywhere. And it is the research and the rigor. And I even tell them how to write it in their supplemental essays. If you are part of my counseling program, you literally get those kind of tools. And you can't write fluff in your supplemental essays because it's so direct. They want to know what you have achieved. And if you are applying to Stanford, they have a question on intellectual curiosity. What is it that you did or contributed? Boom, you'll write about your research. Got it? So that's what I have. Okay, let's go. Let's see the energy level. Are you excited as much as I am in like helping your child reach the end goal or transforming them? Let's see some love. Yeah. I love the group. My God, you guys are so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what I have. Any other questions? Please type away. Now I'm going to tell you details about what is included in the program. I will share as much details as possible. Please don't worry. And if something's missing, please let me know. I will add it. Okay. So basically, what is included in the research program? There's going to be 9 sessions with the professor. Okay, nine virtual sessions. There may be other Q&As and everything. Then there will be live sessions with me, where along with the professor, they will be working with me as well, because I'm a perfectionist kind of crazy person who will be guiding them into like writing all the things. I don't want to waste their time with the professor. The professor time is for learning. They can come and learn about writing the paper with me. And we provide all kinds of deadlines and everything to sort of do that, right? There will be an oral presentation and thesis defense. We have a wonderful learning management portal where all the recordings, homeworks, assessments, everything will be there, right? And of course, this WhatsApp group, there is Discord group for students, because Discord is where they like to ask questions, like we have for that. And they are paired with, we have a program coordinator, couple of program coordinators. There's a research assistant in the class. Then they will be paired with research interns who are going to help them with their research paper. Okay, we provide them all kinds of support that is there. There's accountability, there is support. We also help them. This is a feedback that a parent gave me. He said, you know what, Joe, you need to have accountability groups. So we help them with accountability group forming, like 4 students get together and they learn together. It's not like they're going to publish one research paper. They're going to do research on their own topic, but they're going to get together and write or do that kind of group study. We have that also. We help them. And this time around in the spring, I just gave them $100 gift card. I'm like $25 each for the first group that forms first group that forms an accountability group. Boom, within 2 minutes, like 4 of them said, oh, we are part of the group. And I sent them a gift card for that. Okay. And guidance on submission. This is something that I go over with them as to how to submit the paper, check everything and all that. So this is what is included at a high level. Okay, and of course, you're going to get letters of recommendation and certificate. And also, please, this is the biggest misconception that parents have, is that they think that they can upload the letter to the college application. That's not the way recommendations work. It's FERPA, or it's like it's a blind recommendation. So they will not accept recommendations that you've seen it. So if you need a recommender, then it's a whole different process, but we will still provide a certificate of completion and recommendation from the professors. Got it? And that helps them in applying for an internship or their next research program, right? The person who went to Stanford used this research to get into the other research program. So that's also there. And then the course dates, it starts on June 27th to July 29th. It's not like they need to submit everything by then. We will have a research sabbatical after that, because they need 2 more weeks to finish writing their research paper and everything, because we give them so many comments, and they can then publish, submit their research for publishing. And also, if they are going to be a senior, then they can submit their research paper for Regeneron competition, science fairs, everywhere. This is considered a good template that they can use it. So typically the way we have structured is Tuesdays and Thursdays with professors, and Wednesday is with me. Then we will have final presentations as well. It's fluid, do not panic. If you have vacations in summer or anything, don't you worry. We will accommodate you. Okay, so there is enough sessions in here to accommodate if you're missing 2 sessions or anything. There is always recordings. There is always questions that you can ask. Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, does this make sense? Have I completely confused you, or are you with me? Okay, are you with me? Or I tend to confuse people with over information, right? That is my thing. I'm a nerd and a perfectionist. So I just confuse people with a lot of information. I just want to make sure that it's resonating with you. Okay. Okay. So now to the pricing. So most of I'm going to give you a comparison of the research programs that are there. There is Summer STEM Institute. It costs $6,000. And it's with PhD students. If at all you're comparing anywhere, please read the fine print. It cannot be a PhD candidate, PhD students. Okay, we are offering you an actual professor who is an expert. So please, if you're comparing my program with somebody else, make sure you're comparing it with an expert or a professor. Okay, so Summer Institute is $6,000. Polygens is very, very popular. It's $2,500. You again still work with a PhD candidate. So when you put in your in your description or the title in your Common App, you cannot put a doctor there because the person whom you've done research has not had a PhD, right? Then there is International Research Institute of North Carolina. Again, it's with PhD candidates. Got it? And see, this is the pricing that they have, $6,000, $2,500. And our pricing, it's not $5,000. It's not even $2,000. It's $1,100. Which is quite a steal because I'm still small and I'm a mom and pop shop running this whole show, of course, giving you 10 times the value, but I'm still small. So it's $1,100. And there are tons of bonuses that you get as a part of the program. Number one is you get $50 off just for being in the focus group. You will get the coupon codes and everything. There'll be an early sign-on bonus within which if you register, you will get $50. And also, I want to tell you the pricing is determined by our tutors. You get it? It's not like I randomly priced it. I work with the tutor and Dr. Raj and everybody have told me that this is the pricing that it's got to be. Got it? So you're paying for the professor's expertise. Got it? And the second bonus is research internship. So if your child goes through our research program, they will be invited. I mean, it's their choice. They will be invited to come and become a research intern. Got it? Only if they've finished publishing, if they submitted their paper and everything, they can come and mentor students. They will be given 2 or 3 new students that they will have to mentor. So again, they are learning more and more, and they build leadership. It's a formal employment letter that you'll get from Gifted Gabber that we have employed. So that's another option. Right now, for summer program, if you're joining you will be paired with research interns who are finishing up in our spring program. Got it? So, and then we have all kinds of project managers and everybody to guide them. Okay. And my students have told me, there was this girl, Sharon, she was like, oh my God, we love Sharon. She helped us so much. She answered all the questions. A lot of times kids are very shy to ask the program coordinator or anything, but they can ask the research intern whatever progress they have to do. Got it? And then the bonus 3, this is very, very important. I teach a passion project, how to create a passion project. Basically, you will get this session for free. where I teach students how to convert their research project into a passion project, right? There is a next level that is there. Of course, you put it into your extracurricular activity as research, but you can take it further and make it into a passion project. My student who did research on prosthetics in third world countries went ahead and coordinated with a nonprofit in India, where he wanted to supply like prosthetics and everything. I helped them with that passion project as well. That is included in your research program. And of course, if you join my research program, you will get scholarship course for free. It's an on-demand course that I've created, where you'll get a list of scholarships from all over the world, like SAT score scholarships, full ride scholarship, how to write scholarship essays, create a resume, everything you will get. So there's like bonus after bonus after bonus. Okay, so what do? Basically, you go to my website and you join the waitlist because our program is not ready yet. We are going to launch it on May 15th as we finalize everything. So you can go in here and for any of the research programs that you want to join. Okay, I think biomed, I think I kind of messed up. Does it take you to the, sorry, I should have fixed this. Yeah, you will be taken. You can join the wait list here. Please join the wait list here. If you want to do the cybersecurity, you'll have to answer this questionnaire and you will be put into the wait list. For research, again, you'll have to join the wait list so that we let you know when we are ready to launch. Okay, so that is how you can join at the moment and be on the wait list. Yeah. So that's what I have so far. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, any questions so far? Are we doing okay? Right now, so it's going to be around $1,050. After the coupons, you may get it for $1,000. So $1,000 is the research program, nine live sessions, a finished research paper that can be published, and then a final presentation to finish the research paper, recommendations, certificate, bonuses, everything. Yes, so I think I just looked at the question. Past research papers, you can go to my website. Past research papers is right on my website. You will be able to see all the research papers that are there. I'm launching it on May 15th. I'll answer all the questions. Launching on May 15th. Please join the wait list. And also we have very, very limited seats. So it's going to be a very small class size. So it's first come, first serve. If it closes, then I'm sorry, it's based on the professor's availability, right? Based on their summer plans, what research opportunities that they have, their commitment and everything. So everything revolves around the professor's availability. Got it? And the first class, yeah, it's $1,000. Okay, the first class, yeah. And okay. So now for some bonuses, right? That's why we are here. I'm just going to, right, sorry about that. Okay, so basically, if you're interested, you can download the list of places that, you can, like, you can download this and you will get a list of publishing places that you can publish, although I will be going in greater detail in my class. When you enroll, I will help your students in publishing the various places. And also you'll see the case study of the 4 research papers that were published, and you can like sort of understand how they were written and everything. Okay, so yeah, you can join the list. Yeah, you can join the wait list. Okay, and guarantee, of course, there should be a guarantee, right? Your investment has to be secured, right? You're trusting us. So we guarantee that you will get a research paper that has been written by your student, and it will be published on our website, Gifted Gabber website. Got it? So that is something that we guarantee. A finished research paper. Okay. A finished research paper that can be published on my website. Got it? So this is the guarantee that I'm giving you. Okay, now for lovely testimonials. You can see them on my website as well. And you can see that they just love the mentorship. A lot of students, they just show up and they will stay till the end of the whole class because they're not only learning about their topic, they're learning about all the topics. Got it? So, and I have repeat students who keep coming back. I had a student who did research 3 times, and my research assistant, GAURAV, did research twice with me, and he was my counseling student as well, because they like the mentorship, right? It's the guidance, the structure. They know it's like comforting for them that when they show up and come here, it's going to be done. They will reach the finish line, right? So that's how our brains work, right? Structure and sort of an organized way that they can manage, right? If it's chaotic, if it's too complicated, the instructions are not clear, you will not find any output. Just be adults or with children, right? So with children, it's even more that they expect a structure, and they know that when they come here, they will learn. They will learn. And each one of your child is extremely, extremely driven. Okay, there is no disputing that. All they need is pointed to the right direction and guidance. Okay, and I want to show you this acceptance letter to Duke, which was handwritten. It says, I enjoyed reviewing your application, and the admissions committee was impressed by your innovative projects and research prowess. Okay, at Duke, you can continue innovating in makerspace like Foundry and other programs like Duke's team, the Innovation Collab and IE Blue Pen. So research, that is like the #1 institutional priority that colleges look for, right? So that's what we have. Okay, so now this is the last question before we go into the Q&A, right? So basically, what do you think? Have you gained clarity on the path to success? Because like I mentioned, right, all roads lead to college. You know why, right? It's not like your child was born to go to a certain college. Your child was born and destined to do great things in life, to be massively successful in life. And that starts by going to a good college, right? A great college, a highly selective college, which will take you through that path, right? So have you gained clarity? Show me some love. Show me some love. Yes or no? Yeah, some love. Yeah, good. Come on, come on. I'm almost done here. We need to see some love. Come on, be with me. Have you gained clarity? Yes or no? Yeah, great. Got it. Okay, so let's start with the